Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Empire Earth. I'm the Mysterious JG. Um, Last time we finished a scenario called the Crocodile, in which a not particularly likable seeming Russian leader named Grigor Ilyanich Stoyanovich escaped from the Russian authorities, who I guess presumably democratic, and is setting up his own country using advanced futuristic technology to nuke his countrymen. At least that's how I played it. We're now getting ready to start what I believe is the toughest mission of the entire game. Not really looking forward to it, but kind of looking forward to beating it, because I know I've done it in the past. Although I've said I remember this game feels harder than I remembered it being when I was played it years and years ago. In part because I think I've got really bad at controlling airplanes and stuff. But Novaya, Russia awaits us. It is, I believe, the mission where we establish the, as you can see, future fascist giant robot state that this game will be hanging around in for its duration, until it's over here. So let's get going.
It took many years, but the dual humiliations of a lost election and failed coup had finally been avenged.
Who are we talking
Inside
about?
the Kremlin, as Grigor
Oh, the
Stoyanovich
Kremlin.
settled
Okay.
into his new residence,
Sounds like an American
blood
president I
flowed
know.
freely in celebration of the victory. But maps and battle plans were already being prepared for the next phase of expansion. Grigor wanted more territory, and he knew just from where to take it. In the years of consolidation that followed the capture of Moscow, a problem had surfaced. Grigor's propaganda machine could not gloss over the violence being committed by his black robes. Commoners and dissidents were fleeing Novaya Russia in droves and spreading tales of atrocities and terror.
In quotation
Ukraine,
marks.
sensing the danger, had already begun forging alliances with the major powers
This game
of
is
Europe.
weirdly
Those
prescient, isn't it?
powers, mindful of the lessons of the previous century, were not going to ignore the perceived threat growing to the east. The Ukraine had to be brought under Novaya Russia's banner, and Grigor confidently predicted his former ally would be easy prey. But the European powers were another matter. If they were to be neutralized, he had to move swiftly and decisively against them, or risk losing all he had accomplished.
Alright, this is kind of dark and messed up. Hey, Arkhangelsk, that's one of the coolest city names ever, Arkhangelsk. No, I played this game years ago. I want to say it was when I was in college. Yeah, at that time, the idea of it was a dark sci-fi future idea, but not something we didn't think would really happen. When democratic Russia would turn militaristic and fascist and invade Ukraine. So yeah. But the dual humiliations of a lost election and failed coup, that's reminded me of an American leader. Anyway, Grigor must begin his neutralization of Europe by destroying 2 of 3 capitals of Kiev, Oslo, and Copenhagen. The last of the rebels in Novaya Russia have taken control of Kubyshev. In order to totally crush this rebellion, all their buildings must be destroyed. Grigor must survive. Grigor turned his popular support and early victories over government forces into a full-fledged revolution. By the summer of 2023, Moscow had fallen and Grigor had taken up residence in the Kremlin. Under the banner of his distorted Coptic cross, Grigor solidified his hold on power in the newly established nation of Novaya Russia. He proved to have a shrewd political mind and began pulling his country out of the past into the 21st century. In just a decade, Novaya Russia's economy was strong and her level of technology was again approaching that of the West. Who I guess get to have future tech. They're not like the Russians we fought last time who were behind us. But Grigor's methods for achieving this success did not sit well with the international community. Novaya Russia had refused to pay old Russia's outstanding debts. And there was strong but inconclusive evidence that Novaya Russia's growing wealth was coming, at least in part, from illegal trade in drugs, weapons, and other restricted goods. Many nations refused to even recognize the new country of Grigor's authority, and there were still those within Novaya Russia who rebelled against the man they saw as a dictator. It was clear to the crocodile from early on that if people were not going to accept his sovereignty, they would at least have to respect his power. So he set out about organizing an elite paramilitary force that would be equipped to handle virtually all types of combat situations. He called his new force the Black Robes. Black Robes became both the army and the police force in Novaya, Russia, defending the borders and helping maintain order. They were well-armed, well-trained, and as ruthless as the crocodile himself. Finally, as their numbers swelled with volunteers and recruits, Grigor was able to move ahead to the next phase of his master plan, the reconquest of Eastern Europe. Fun. The British will be sending transports over from Scotland. If they reach the mainland, they will unload troops that will head straight for Moscow. The only way to stop this is to destroy all the docks in Great Britain. It'll be easier if you deal with the rebels first, since they are more likely to attack you directly. Building an espionage center will make it easier to spot where the rebels are hiding. Now this one, I played around with this, like, within the last calendar year, hanging around at my parents' place, and I might be able to get at least one important thing done fairly quickly.
One enemy falls, then several more rise to take its
It's like a
place.
Hydra.
This constant struggle, it's
Hey,
taking
this isn't
its
the guy who
toll
drove
on
the
me.
car around, or the bread
Yet
truck
I
in the last
must
mission, is
continue
it?
the fight
No.
against those who would keep Novaya Russia from attaining its rightful place in the world.
General, I suggest we construct some inspirational buildings to aid in our fight. They could prove advantageous.
Got 25 points to spend. Cybers, as you may guess, are going to be a part of this campaign since it's set in the future and all. But in fact, there's a reason not to put everything into making them the best. We don't get to use them in this mission. They're unlocked later, and this is the toughest. And also, the very last mission, I don't know if we get to use them either. So really, whatever I think we're going to be relying on in this mission is probably what I should be focusing on. And I do feel like bombers might be pretty important here. So if we can do... cost reduction is nice, but area damage, flight time, hit points. Flight time, range for fighters. Try to get really good air.
How can I help? How can I help? Ready? How can I help?
Alright, so let's
Right away.
start gathering resources over here.
How can I help?
You guys, I guess, start gathering resources over here.
How can I help? Ready.
But actually, okay, we got plenty of stuff to produce, I think. What did they cost, these black robe guys? Food and iron.
How can I help?
Why don't you guys start in on the farming? We know we'll need that eventually.
Right away.
Or they gotta find wood.
Okay. Right away.
I don't know where wood is gonna be for us.
Ready. Right away. Okay. Go bread.
These guys are pretty good. And they're like our unique units too. So let's get them going. I don't know if they can shoot at the ground or not.
For the people. Comrade. For the motherland.
How can I help? Okay.
We can get some
Right away.
laser towers going.
How can I help? Okay. Comrade. For the motherland. How can I help? Okay.
All right.
Comrade.
Okay, so for now,
Comrade. Comrade.
what I want to do is
For the people.
get moving as swiftly as possible towards. We kind of vaguely believe from this map that we've got enemies to our southeast. And they are supposed to be a threat to us we want to wipe out early, we were
For the
told.
motherland.
And I remember trying this tactic off screen and it working really well. Like I just went straight for where I thought the enemies were going to show up.
We're under attack.
Death to Grigor Stoyanovich, betrayer of the Russian people!
For the motherland.
Fools. It is the winning side who names the traitors. And I think we both know who the winner is.
For the people. For the people. For the motherland. We're under attack.
Ready?
Ooh. Oh,
Okay.
they're coming a lot earlier than I was expecting.
For the people.
Yeah, I was pretty sure I didn't remember this happening this quickly. Because we're now, like, completely out of food.
Ready.
Ready? Okay. Right.
Yeah, I thought I remember. I remember playing around with this off screen and that going a lot more smoothly.
How can I help?
We're under attack.
Right away. Okay.
So, I knocked out a tower. That's kind of all I accomplished.
Ready? Okay.
Oh, you know, there's a couple of things I forgot to do here. The black robe officers, I think, heal. They're like hero units, so I should have sent them down too. And honestly, if I'm going to rely on infantry this much, should I... Nah, let's concentrate on our airplanes again. We didn't even get to the point where I was building them, so it's too early to give up on that strategy.
Ready.
Go bread, da. Go bread, da. Go bread. For the motherland.
Alright, let's try throwing down a save where I've foolishly committed those points that way. So that I can quick get back to here, but no, not you.
Go bread. How can I help? Right away.
How can I help?
Okay. Go bread. For the motherland.
But the thing is that I was able to wipe out that actual... Grigor is just a guy, but I think I sent him to... Like, I did a full commit charge. Because that is their, like, basically their town center that we got to.
Right away. How can I help? Okay.
How can I help? Right away.
Da.
For the motherland.
For the people.
And the people. And other places as well. Yeah, so, I mean, I got stationary defenses, but, anti-air is going to be important here, honestly. Not as sure about this. The laser towers. But I like the idea of them.
How can I help? Right away.
Da. Da. Go bread. Da. Da.
Duh.
Da. Da.
Grigor's got a lot of hit points, too. Alright. Got one more set of stuff coming out of each of these. Digital library, not sure how much I care about that.
How can I help? Okay.
Now you drop that off first. Then build that. Okay.
Go bread.
So we've already gotten off to one false start here, but this is a scenario where you could just get attacked constantly by a bunch of different AIs, and it can get really bad.
For the people. Go bread. For the people. Da. For the people.
And some siege wappets are probably... Oh, you're not part of this. Okay, get over here.
Go bread. For the people. For the people. Go bread.
Because the big risk is I'm leaving my main base almost unoccupied while I get this going, but... There's the force that wiped out our farm before. And with one guy here healing, we're doing a lot better.
Death to Grigor Stoyanovich, betrayer of the Russian people.
Fools. It is the winning side who names the traitors. And I think we both know who the winner is.
And the winner is... There we go. So this is their main base. You can try to take it out quick before anything gets rolling. Or Keepak's only making an officer shoot at the tank instead of the main army. That's part of the problem. Alright, Grigor, you are the leader of this country. Why don't you shoot this unarmed woman repeatedly? While your forces concentrate on getting things going over here.
Ready.
And we'll keep putting up towers. Just kind of in general to... try to give us a better defense.
Okay.
Maybe get some 3, 4, 5, get some stuff going over here.
At last been crushed. Now I can fully focus my attention on the west.
This is actually it. Like, we don't have to, there's more of their forces around. We don't really have to deal with them. We took out their town center. So we can come hang out here near this hospital. And I think that is worth saving for sure. That's just... I didn't read that in the strategy guide. I just stumbled across that. Oh, you know what's occurring to me now? Did we read the hints? Building an espionage center. Be easier to deal with the rebels first. Alright. Oh, there are a lot of bombers coming through, too. The Northern Allies are... I don't know who they're trying to bomb. They're sending a lot of bombers around. I don't know that they hit any targets in particular, but, oh boy.
For the people.
Fighting around our hospitals is important. As these tanks continue to focus on...
How can I help? Right away. Go bread. For the people. For the people.
Grigor probably needs to stay behind, actually.
For the motherland.
We got a lot of hospitals as long as we hang out right here.
Comrade. Comrade. Comrade.
Comrade?
Da. For the people.
I don't know how effectively we can just take out Ukraine using only foot soldiers, but we did get a bunch of points for that. I mean, I feel like these infantry, they deserve a bit of reward, you know? Go for range, attack. I did range and armor. Yeah, I really don't want to put anything into cybers because I know that they're not going to help me as much as you think. So let's go with range and attack. That eats everything. Okay.
Da. Comrade. Da. For the people. Da. For the Comrade. For the motherland. Comrade.
Wow, they got space warriors. What the hell is this? Spectres? They have human specters? This is a lot. There's a lot of guys trying to kill me all at once. I think the aggressive movement is the right strategy, though, because I gotta get some of these enemies off the map. Here the Ukrainians come with some tanks.
For the people. For the people. For the people.
Luckily, they don't seem to respond that quickly to our aggression. Man, they got a lot of stuff. Can I get... I'm trying to get this one guy out of here until he can get healed. For the people who are prisoners of the state.
For the motherland. We are under attack.
Yeah. These towers seem pretty important over here. I think ruthless aggression is the only possible way out here. They're not very good against town centers, though, are they?
We are under attack. Comrade. For the mother. Da. Go da. For the people. For the mother. Go bread. Da. For the people.
For the people. Yeah, this is all about ruthless aggression. You got this many foes, you can't be doing the normal turtling that I like.
We are under attack.
These towers are being really freaking important.
We are under attack. Da. For the people. Bread. For the motherland. We are under attack. For the motherland. Da. Bread.
So far, this is probably going okay if I take out 2 of the 3 capitals, they said. Well, let's call this one okay so far and call it a video. But when we come back next time, we gotta take out either the purple or the yellow capital. They're very far away. I think bombers may be the key. That's why I was putting a lot of resources into them. Although right now, boy, these black robes are pretty damn good. I like them. When we come back next time, we will continue to use our fascist goons to kill the friendly people of Western Europe. As